Caitlin, Spectrum News 1 reporter Lauren Howard. She is also live for us tonight in Elizabeth City. Lauren, as this legal battle is playing out in Pasquotank County, college students, they are attending graduation ceremonies this weekend. And I understand you spent some time with some of those students. What did they have to say today?
That's right, Jonathan. Commencement looked very different for the students at Elizabeth City State University this year. Between a pandemic and protests in the city, they were enough to make any student get off their focus. But I spoke with one student who says she's ready for the unexpected. Caps, gowns, and auditorium filled with families. Graduation at Elizabeth City State University went on as planned despite the difficult few weeks in the city. Graduates like Jasmine Brumsey were excited, but weren't sure that it would feel the same.
I'm just glad that even though we're going through a pandemic, that we're still able to have our friends and family around.
Coming back to school during a pandemic presented its own challenges.
It was upsetting because it was one of those things where, dang, it's my senior year. This was when I was supposed to live it up. The fun times, but getting through it, it was starting to be like, okay, because the school actually tried to make it as normal as possible.
Recent protests in Elizabeth City presented a different opportunity for the young people at ECSU.
We're able to be seen nationally as peaceful. There weren't any negative or bad reactions to things, so I just applaud our community for coming together that way and to make a positive change.
With 4 years of hard work behind her, Jasmine hopes to make her own impact on the community.
Knowing the rates of death for Black women during birth, I was helping out in the school, being the voice for the students, now being the voice for women in the medical field. So that's my goal.
Back at home, Mom and Dad are proud of the way this year's class has pushed through.
I'm excited that we had the turnout that we had for graduation and that they've just embraced change and just everything that's been going on.
A class ready to take on the challenges ahead.
The class of 2021, we really stick together. We're a close class. We couldn't have gotten through this year without depending on each other.
Now, despite the pandemic, Elizabeth City State University had a record year for enrollment, and they're excited to welcome students back in the fall. For now in Elizabeth City, I'm Lauren Howard, Spectrum News 1.
Lauren Howard on this story, following for us for 2 weeks. Thank you so very much, Lauren, for staying on top of it. You can stay up to date on all of our coverage anytime and anywhere with the Spectrum.